Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. So today is part 2 of my August book haul. I'm going to call this book haul the Bad Day at Work book haul because I had a really bad day at work when the day that I went to buy these books. It was busy, it was hot, I ripped my trousers in a rather embarrassing place and it just wasn't good. It wasn't a good day. So yeah, I treated myself to some books afterwards. And I'm not even sorry. So yeah, here we have that. So the first book is a copy of Slaughterhouse V by Vonnegut. This is the Vintage Classics edition. I already have a copy of this, but the spine is badly broken and some of the pages are falling out. I don't have it in this edition, but I have a copy of the book. I've never read this. I've only ever read one Kurt Vonnegut to date, and that was Cat's Cradle, and I loved that. It was gloriously weird. I've heard really good things about Slaughterhouse V, and I look forward to getting to this. So when I saw it in the shop, I had to have it. Prisoner of war, optometrist, time traveller. These are the life roles of Billy Pilgrim, hero of this miraculously moving, bitter and funny story of innocence faced with apocalypse. Slaughterhouse V is one of the world's great anti-war books, centering on the infamous firebombing of Dresden in the Second World War. Billy Pilgrim's odyssey through time reflects the journey of our own fractured lives as we search for meaning in what we are afraid to know. A work of keen literary artistry, and that's by Joseph Heller, and I believe Joseph Heller wrote Catch-22. So yeah, I look forward to getting to this. This sounds just awesome. So the next book that I picked up on my my after work jaunt was a copy of Precious by Sapphire. Obviously this is the movie cover with Gabourey Sidibe, or however you pronounce her name. I've heard it pronounced several ways, but yeah. I think this film also had Mariah Carey in it. I've never seen the film, but the book sounds incredible. So this is based on the novel Push by Sapphire, but obviously the film is called Precious. This is the story of Precious Jones, a 16-year-old illiterate black girl who has never been out of Harlem. She is pregnant by her own father for the second time and kicked out of school when that pregnancy becomes obvious. Placed in an alternative teaching program, she learns to read and write. This is Precious's diary, in which she honestly records her relationships and her life. That sounds harrowing, to say the least. I hope there's an uplifting moment in it. She learns to read and write, so hopefully she can free herself from that horrible life that she's leading. Anyway, yeah. So on to the next one. That is Disobedience by Naomi Alderman. I have never read anything by this author. I have her other novel, Power. It was recommended to me by quite a couple of people. That's not good English, Graham. It has been recommended to me by several people, and I didn't know that she'd written other. Well, clearly, clearly I didn't know she'd written this. When I saw this, I thought, oh, that looks kind of familiar. I have a book in that style, and it's by the same author. I'm just talking absolute nonsense now because I've lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'm going to go with it. Ronit has left London and transformed her life. In New York, she's become a wisecracking, self-sufficient financial analyst. She's the one who decides for herself where to live, what to do, who to sleep with. But now, she has to go home. When Ronit's father, a respected rabbi, dies, she's called back to the world of her childhood. She thought she'd left the orthodox Jewish suburb of Hendon, North London, far behind. But when she meets up with her childhood girlfriend, Esty, she's set on a collision course with the tight-knit community she rejected long ago. That sounds great, and it looks like it may have a sort of LGBT twist to it, maybe a bit of lady loving. I look forward to getting to this. I also look forward to getting to Power as well, because I've heard that it's amazing. So the next book in this haul is My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I believe this is quite a new book. This is by Ottessa Moshfegh? I think that's how you pronounce it. I've seen this quite a lot, and I've heard quite good things about it. So when I saw it, I thought, do you know what? Yeah, I get it. Savage, funny, frequently on the verge of teetering into lunacy. I'm there. A non-negotiable in your holiday carry-on this summer, and that's a quote by Vogue. Young, thin, pretty, a recent Columbia graduate, an apartment on the Upper East Side of Manhattan, paid for by her inheritance. Our narrator has many of the advantages of life, but there is a vacuum at the heart of things, and it isn't just the loss of her parents, or the way her Wall Street boyfriend treats her, or her sadomasochistic relationship with her best friend. It's the year 2000 in the world's greatest city, a glitter with wealth and possibility. What could be so terribly wrong? That just sounds amazing, and I need to get to it. And The Guardian have also said it's a relentlessly savage fable of privilege and pain, diamond hard entertainment. Yeah, I'm there for that. That sounds amazing. And it's got a sort of like Jane Austen type illustration on the front. So am I right in thinking it might be like a retelling of a Jane Austen? If it's not, I'll eat my hat. So the next one I got, I've seen everywhere on BookTube. It is The Vegetarian by Han Kang. This won the the Man Booker International Prize in 2016. I didn't realise this book was 4 years old, because people are still talking about it. So yeah, I think this tells the story of a woman who wants to become a vegetarian. I think this I didn't read the inside of the book before I bought it. I just saw it on the shelf and I thought, wow, I have to get that because I've not seen that anywhere because it was charity shops I was in, and I picked it up. I shall read the inside now. We're reading it together for the first time. Yong Hai and her husband are ordinary people. He is an office worker with moderate ambitions and mild manners. She is an uninspired but dutiful wife. The acceptable flat line of their marriage is interrupted when Yong Hai, seeking a more plant-like existence, commits a shocking act of subversion. As her rebellion manifests in ever more bizarre and frightening forms, Yong Hai spirals further and further into her fantasies of abandoning her fleshly prison and becoming, impossibly, ecstatically, a tree. That sounds gloriously weird, and yeah, I want to read that. I've heard so many good things about it, like spoiler-free things. So clearly, I need to read it because yeah, it sounds awesome. Did I just make any sense there? I don't know. Okay, so the last book in this haul is one that I picked up in Tesco's. I saw this and I thought, wow, this sounds really, really good. It looks brilliant. It is A Silent Death by Peter May. So it's a crime novel and it's an international bestseller. A finely paced plot with a superb evocation of place, and that's by the Sunday Express. A Silent Vow. Spain, 2020. It must have been January or February. When expat fugitive Jack Cleland, or Cleland, my husband's middle name actually, Cleland, watches his girlfriend die, gunned down in a pursuit involving officer Cristina Sanchez Pradell, he promises to exact his revenge by destroying the policewoman. A silent life. Christina's Aunt Anna has been deaf-blind for the entirety of her adult life, the victim of a rare condition called Usher syndrome. Anna is the centre of Christina's world and of Cleland's cruel pain. A Silent Death. John Mackenzie, an ingenious yet irascible Glaswegian investigator, is seconded to aid the Spanish authorities in their manhunt. He alone can silence Cleland before the fugitive has the last bloody word. That really does sound brilliant. And the fact that one of the main characters, or like one of the characters in the book at least, is Scottish, really intrigues me. I don't know how it can be set in Spain in 2020 with everything that's going on. I wonder if they're going to quarantine themselves for 14 days when they come back. That was a cheap shot. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. That's terrible. We have to make light of these things because the world is broken and this is our new normal, and it sucks. It sucks. My hands have never, the skin on my hands has never been drier because of all the hand washing and the sanitizer, and yeah, I don't know about you, but wearing a mask as well, my throat is sore a lot of the time because basically you're breathing in your own carbon dioxide. What do you breathe out? I don't know. You're also breathing back in your own bacteria, so that can't be good. But anyway, I'm not moaning. I am, but I'm not. Anyway, I'm not making sense. I'm going off on a tangent, and I do that all the time. One of these days, I will learn just to, start a video, end a video, and the in-between part makes some semblance of sense. But today isn't that day, clearly. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye-bye.